Yeah, I'm really pleased Carl Roof has given up a little bit of his time just to do a quick video walkthrough on the joint case study we did with regards to Nofollow links. This is just going to be a quick short video, but the results were super interesting. And I was really, really grateful to Kyle to actually help me set this up. This was our first single variable test. And obviously his resources were able to set things in motion, and then the results were super interesting. So, Carl, what exactly did we do?
Well, we were looking to see if Nofollow links would pass juice. It's hilarious. It's been kind of like one of those age-old questions, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That you know, do they pass juice? And the big thing that I've always thought is funny in these situations, well, two things. One is that Google just kind of makes a vague statement and I think SEOs run wild with what they think it means without ever confirming it. But the second thing is, whenever somebody talks about if Nofollow links do or don't pass juice, they never say I tried it. They never said this is what I did and these were the results I got. Let's talk about it. It's always just like, well, Google said this and this feels good to me, and so that must be what it is. You know, and then all the talking heads will chime in, and they'll even put like graphs and say like definitely not or no's or whatever it is.
And I suppose if you're doing any sort of link building as well, it's impossible to determine which links are, which links aren't, which is hence a proper SEO test is the way to go to see.
Well, exactly right, because you're building so many links, and some are going to be followed, some are no follow, and it's just like, well, what moved the needle or what made it happen. But the thing that makes sense to me, though, or when I look at it, is that the Nofollow tag has really nothing to do with the other site. Nofollow tag is a protection for the site owner that's sending the link, and they're saying, hey, look, I'm not taking responsibility for where this link is going. I can't really vouch for that site. I think it's good for me to link there for the purposes of this article or what I'm writing about, but I can't tell you for certain like what's going on over there, and I'm protecting myself, essentially, is what that is. So the Nofollow has always been on this side of the link, on the site that's sending it, not on where it's going. And then as you and I know, in 2020, Google changed their language a little bit about how they describe Nofollow, and they said a Nofollow could be a hint. And I think they were hedging towards it could help with indexing. And a lot of things, it's weird for somebody to help with indexing and not rank. You know, like that's an odd situation, but a lot of people ran with it. The hint definitely meant that it wasn't passing juice, right? I think that's the consensus. So we set up some tests, right? To see. Oh, I would say, like, back in the past, I've done this before, Nofollow totally passed juice. And then last year I was playing around with it a little bit and I couldn't get things to move. And I didn't have a lot of time to spend on it. And so we ran this test twice. And the first time was, I think, setting a Nofollow from a page that was just a regular setup kind of page or a test page, right? Basically wasn't getting any traffic or any action, or wasn't even a real page. And we really didn't get any movement doing that. And that was consistent with what I was having before, because before I was just using test sites to send no following sites with no traffic, not ranking for anything. And then, though, we did sort of a niche edit on a page that was getting a lot of traffic. I think around 1,000 visitors a month. Is that right?
About 1,000 a month. Yeah.
So active page, lots going on. Not all that organic though, right? That's just like traffic in general.
No, that was what 1,000 organic. Yeah.
Organic. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, that right after Google crawled that page, you could see that on a cache tag. What was it like? Instantaneously moved the test page up from the middle up all the way to number 1.
Yeah.
Leaving no doubt.
Exactly.
Absolutely no
so we did the way we did it was a single variable test, in it. You ranked the same keyword on 5 pages.
That's right.
This is how we set it up. And then we took the page in position 2, I think it was. We sent them the Nofollow link from a page that had traffic, and then within less than 24 hours that page jumped to number 1, and at the time of recording this video it's still in position 1. So
that's amazing.
It's really nice to see.
That's a lot of fun, and it's consistent with I think it's really interesting finding kind of the, sending a link from a page that doesn't get any traffic is probably not that great anyway. And maybe it's a little bit harder for something that is tagged as no follow. But if you're getting a no follow from a quality page, I think you're getting the juice. I think it's
exactly
really worthwhile. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, for someone like yourself, because you deal with Haro a lot, right? You get on big publications, but a lot of the publications are going to do no follow, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that was the reason we wanted to set up the test, I think. Anyway, I mean, we know the value outside of the algorithm with these big domain links, even if they're no follow, which is consistent with most of these big publications sort of in-house SEO policy. And it seems the way that they're going more and more now in the future anyway, they're tagging them no follow. But that's going to do wonders for your EEAT anyway. But we wanted to say, and we're seeing it in the wild, again, not in test environments, but we're seeing that these no follow links are passing juice. We're sensing it. We sensed it. We wanted to set up a test and prove it. We did. Yeah, so it's out there now. And, you know, who knows, Google may change again. I'm sure they will, but this is.
No. Because it's been like this for a long time. I think it's totally fine. And on top of that, most people will ignore it. Most people are like, well, you know, Susie Q over at this publication, who's never really proven anything in SEO, says blah 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 blah. These things don't matter. And most people are just going to listen to that, and that's totally fine. So I hope they do. I hope most people don't listen to this. I hope they don't worry about it. I hope they ignore opportunities that are really good because it's a no follow link, and then people like you and I and anybody else listening to this can do very well.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Well,
yeah, Kyle, thank you so much for your time. And hopefully we'll be doing another test coming up soon. Some really interesting things with the schema markup. Again, building your EAT. And it would be really good to see if that algorithmically has an effect on the page ranking. So, Kyle, thank you for your time.